Hello everyone, my name is Yuliya. I'm present here at Lviv City Council. First of all, thank you for the opportunity to join this meeting. It's my first experience and for me it's very interesting. And in general, I suppose that all topics will be very interesting and I hope all information will be useful and everyone can get some ideas how to make your city better. So let's start. First of all, I'd like to tell you some words, give you some information about our city, and I want to help you to imagine as our city is. Lviv is located in western Ukraine and 70 kilometers border with the European Union. Lviv has a bright history and long-standing tradition of local self-government. Also, Lviv has over 750,000 inhabitants, and every fifth inhabitant of the city is a student. Lviv is the city of youth. At the same time, Lviv cooperates with business and develops IT. Our city respects older people and takes care of the people who need it. Lviv is really very beautiful city, and it's a city of art and inspiration. And I with pleasure invite you to visit our city later on. Our inhabitants are very different. That's why for the quality cooperation between the citizen and local authority, Lviv City Council developed public participation tools. For example, now we've got a public budget, public hearings, consultation, electronic petition, local initiatives, contents for NGOs, and also our residents have an opportunity to make a speech at the City Council session. And it's important to add that almost all existing public participation tools are really active in Lviv. And now let's start about public budget. What does it mean in general? Public budget is an opportunity for Lviv residents to decide how to spend some part of budget by creation projects or by supporting these projects by voting. Public budget in Lviv started in 2016 and public budget also have some rules. First of all, let's determine who are the main actors in public budget. It's a person who make a project, it means an author, and a person who can vote for a project. To submit a project or to vote for a project can a person who, the person is over age of 16. The second is must be a citizen of Ukraine, citizen of another country, or in a stateless person. And the third, the person must meet one of the following criteria. The place of residence is registered in Lviv. The person can study in Lviv, work in Lviv, own a real estate object in Lviv, or was born in Lviv. Why such rules? Because just people who have some connection with Lviv can decide what should local authorities can make in our city. How does it work? Lviv has internet platform to work with public budget. This is platform Lviv PB.org.ua, and here in this platform the citizen can submit projects. Also, citizens can vote online with help by bank identification or electronic digital signature. It's important that voting is displayed in the real time, in a period when voting is. The voting results and the list of the winners are published on this site also. It's important to know that site shows all information about process of implementation public budget. So what about type of projects? We've got small projects and large projects. Small project budget is from 1,600 euro to 20,000 euro. It can be projects of street, quarter or district scale. For such projects is allocated 60% for the total public budget. Why especially 16%? Because we've got 60 streets and it's mean per 10% per each district in Lviv. And we've got large projects. That projects are more expensive. It's from 20,000 per 100,000 euro. It's inter-district projects with a citywide significance. Also, I should tell you that we've got requirements for the project. First of all, the project must be implementation of the project is possible within 1 year. It's very important because we have a budget year and the project implementation must be within 1 year. And the second, the territory of building or building where project will be implemented must be in the municipal property of the city of Lviv. Also, we divided the projects into two categories. It's educational and medical projects and other projects. Educational and medical projects, its project's implementation is related to building of territory of school, kindergarten, art schools, higher educational institutions, and also its projects with buildings of territories of health care institutions. For example, it can be some innovation classes at school, buying of new equipment or in medical and educational institutions, and so on. And what about other projects? As you can understand, this implementation of this project is not related to building of territories of educational and medical institutions. Such projects should develop the infrastructure and make a comfort for the city residents. It can be some creative ideas and ideas for improving some area, some innovative parks, playgrounds, and so on. Also, we have a basic indicator for the public budget projects. Here you can see amount of projects and from 2016 per 2090 years, and it's important that in 2018-29 we had less number of submitted projects, but in the same time they become high quality. And also, what about winners? We can see that in last years the number of winners is practically stable. If you speak about results of voting for the public budget, you can see that the number of residents who took part in voting increases each year. For example, when we start in 2016, we got just 21,000 people who vote for a public budget, and in 2090 we've got 103,000 person. Also important that fact that each year people more use bank ID, I mean electronic voting. For example, in 2018, 80% vote with the help of electronic voting, and in 2090 it was 81%. People use bank identification and electronic signature. And I'd like to tell you, I'm glad to report that Lviv set a record of Ukraine in attracting its residents in voting. It was in 2019. In general, in voting took part 103,000 citizens of our city. How we get a record, how we reached a record. So first of all, it was promotional campaign. We have reached the level when it's become ever-some to take part in public budget. It was cool to be an author, to invite our other residents to vote. For example, when we were in tram or in a mall, we sometimes hear when somebody asks, have you voted yet for a public budget? Which projects have you chosen, and so on. And it's important for us to hear such things. Also, very important was cooperation with active citizens. We paid special attention to cooperation with authors and young people, and especially it was important to have cooperation with authors of the whose projects were become implemented. We have already good cooperation, and it gives us some good results. For example, we often invite authors to our meeting. Authors give some advice to other people how to make a project, how to invite people to vote. And together we also make some recommendation and informational materials. And as for me, the most important is successful and high quality implementation of projects in all districts of the city. Because the main, when people saw some result. So. What about our promotional campaign? We constantly remind Lviv residents of the opportunity to submit a project or to vote. We make an informational banner of the facade of the Lviv City Council. Also, in all districts of Lviv, we make informational boards. These boards tell people, give people some information how to submit a project or how to vote for a project. We make city lights. On these city lights, we show a result. We show which projects are implemented in some districts of Lviv, and we invite people to vote, and in the same time to create the same in new district. Also, we organized a special training for authors. We explained to people how to vote, and such meetings were online and offline. On online meeting, we give to residents printed promotional products. For example, in 2019, in that promotional campaign, we made more than 5,000 units of printed promotional products. In our promotional campaign, we also involved city residents in voting for mass communication channels. For example, we printed information on municipal service bills, distributing audio advertising on public transport, on shopping malls. Also, we distributed in internet video with explanation how to vote by electronic way. Informational campaign also included information about successful implementation of projects. From 2016 to 2020, 157 projects were implemented, and now 54 projects are under implementation and will be made till the end of this year. For these photos, you can see innovative learning spaces in schools. Here we've got medical equipment for children's hospitals. Here you can see playground and space for relaxation. I agree that such projects isn't so creative and maybe not so interesting, but at the same time, especially this playground and relaxation space for relaxation, people need. So these projects get enough votes and become winners. And also, for example, here we've got renovated space, and here it's a modern school canteen. Also, we made a cooperation with active students. Students, Faculty of Politology, have accepted our offer to become volunteers. They supported voting campaign in Administrative Service Center, and they were very helpful for us. In general, in 2019, we've got cooperation with more than 30 young people. And what about cooperation with active citizens? In Yuliya, based on the result of the voting campaign, the mayor of Lviv holds a meeting with the author of the winning projects to exchange views and award diplomas. It's a holiday meeting, and this meeting is a result of the campaign of public budget. This meeting is preceded by the adoption of the resolution by the deputies of the Lviv City Council. In that resolutions approved a list of projects which will be implemented. If we talk about overall achievements of participatory budget, so we've got first that more residents are involved in city management, and it's very important. Also, we create a quality cooperation between active residents and local authorities, and we're building a trust in local authority, and in the same time we building trust in participation tools, especially in public budget, because when people have a result of a project, that they believe that it's a really good tool. And also new public budget projects in Lviv are constantly being implemented, and our city, in this way, our city is becoming more attractive and comfortable for life. That's all. Thank you.